for Ukraine at every opportunity. Canada will continue to ensure that Russia's actions do not go unpunished. We firmly believe that continued collective pressure on Russia is necessary. That includes applying sanctions and other economic measures as a way to decrease Russia's revenues and degrade its military-industrial base. Since 2014, we have imposed hard-hitting sanctions on over 3,300 individuals and entities, and more than 300 shadow fleet vessels, a fleet of aging oil tankers used to export Russian oil and evade international sanctions. So today we are announcing a new package of sanctions to further increase the economic costs to Russia of waging war. 13 individuals and 11 entities, including several involved in the development and deployment of Russia's drone program. Canada is a leader in targeting the military technologies that Russia is relying on in its war against Ukraine. Pour la première fois, le Canada sanctionne aussi des entités qui fournissent l'infrastructure informatique utilisée dans les stratégies hybrides de la Russie contre l'Ukraine. Nous avons aussi imposé des sanctions à plusieurs entités liées au gaz naturel liquéfié, puisque la Russie continue de dépendre des revenus de l'énergie pour financer la guerre. These sanctions also list 100 vessels from Russia's shadow fleet. These aging oil tankers are used to export Russian oil and bypass international sanctions. As I mentioned, with these and other steps, we are taking concrete action and sending a clear message. Those who enable Russia's war will face consequences under Canadian law. Ils ne sont pas seulement des mesures économiques. C'est une position morale contre l'agression et un message clair que les violations du droit international ne resteront pas sans réponse. Ces mesures répondent directement aux priorités de l'Ukraine. They support G7 efforts to ramp up economic pressure on Russia to end its war, and they align with sanctions recently announced by the United States, the European Union, and the United Kingdom. Canada will continue to stand shoulder to shoulder with Ukraine in the short, medium, and long term. The sovereignty of Ukraine, its territorial integrity, is one of our top priorities internationally. Thank you. Diaku. Merci. Miigwech.
Anita, it is my great honor and pleasure to be in Canada and attend this G7 meeting together with other partners. And dear friend, dear Anita, once again, it is really important, this meeting really important for our peace efforts. This is a special week. Yesterday marked Remembrance Day, and it is devoted to the end of the war, and it honors all of those who have served. Right now, around 1 million Ukrainians are defending our country and the entire free world from Russian aggression. They defend shared values of freedom and dignity. We want to see an end to this war and the restoration of a just and comprehensive peace. Today, we will discuss practical steps to bring it closer. We are grateful to Canada for its G7 leadership and consistent focus on Russia's war against Ukraine, and I am grateful to all of our partners for their support. This war is not only about Ukraine, it has a profound impact on international peace and security. Unfortunately, Russia continues to reject peace and escalate terror. Putin still has an illusion that he can win. In reality, he has lost over 1 million soldiers and has not achieved a single strategic goal. It is critical to strengthen support for Ukraine and increase pressure on Russia. And we must make the cost of continuing this war unbearable and dangerous for Putin personally and his regime. Sufficient pressure will make Russia end its war. I want to thank Prime Minister Carney for his recent successful visit to Ukraine, and I thank Canada for its energy assistance, including the latest $70 million package. I also thank Canada for its active role in the coalition for the return of Ukrainian children. Russia is very afraid of this topic. I also thank the Canadian side for its participation in the coalition of the willing, contributions to Pearl sanctions, including today's strong package and decisions. The strong bond between Ukraine and Canada is rooted in strong ties between our people. I want to thank all Ukrainians in Canada, all of our communities for their active participation, voices, and work to support Ukraine. Today we will talk about very specific things: strengthening Ukraine's long-range capabilities, scaling up investment in our innovations and defense industry, which is now the fastest growing in the world. Ukraine is ready to share and to co-produce with its closest allies, including Canada. This will be our contribution to your security. We urge G7 investment in missile and drone manufacturing, air defense and ammunition. Maritime and energy security are also high on the agenda. Ukraine's resilience at sea is part of our common resilience from the Atlantic to the Indo-Pacific. Russia's occupation of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant and its deliberate strikes on the Chernobyl, Khmelnytsky and Rivne plants pose a grave threat to European and global nuclear safety. I will urge G7 to further strengthen our air defense and energy assistance to our people. Closer coordination between Ukraine and our partners, particularly the G7, will reinforce resilience and security not only for Europe, but also the wider global community. I hope that today we will take steps to make Russia end its war against Ukraine sooner and achieve peace through strength. Thank you for your attention. Thanks a lot personally, Anita, for your engagement and leadership.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you.